about? Find yourself a place where you can serve. Even if it's maybe your church or somewhere, volunteer, do something. Your gift will thrive there. Your gift will thrive there. Alright? So point number 2. Service is about responsibility. Not service, purpose. Purpose is about responsibility. It takes you to a place of responsibility, and responsibility is maturity. Responsibility is maturity. The thing is that when you usually take that letter of employment or a letter of contract, you are responsible for it. It has to happen. You have a target of maybe 2 million per month. You are responsible for that target. You're responsible for that money. It must come. And if it doesn't come, so that you know you're responsible for it, somebody actually calls you on a Monday morning, reporting time, where is the money? Because you're responsible for it. So find somebody you feel you are attached to, something that usually even right now, maybe you have an idea, there's something that you usually feel, I don't know whether to do it. I feel like you are responsible for something, but it doesn't really come out. A sense of responsibility. You look very well, you will find purpose somewhere. I want to ask you, I want you to write down this question somewhere. Just find a clear picture. Write this down. What do I do? I want you to think about these questions maybe when at your own time, with yourself. What do I do? Who do I do it for? Why do I do it? In fact, that should have been the second question. What do I do? Why do I do it? How does it benefit? Stroke. Do they need it? Number 5. Does it make me better? Whatever it is that I'm doing, does it make me better? Now, if you're here and you think you have figured out that, maybe you can tell us. You're free. Tell us what you do, why you do it, who you do it for. Does it benefit them? Do they even need it? And does it make you better? Somebody, if you think maybe you have figured out some.
So I find myself, if I go to a church and I find they're not organized or there's something that they are doing it, I feel I'm burdened. I need to wait for the service to end. I visit, sit down and understand how can we leave this place well, better organized for this praise and worship. So I think, what do I do? I've answered. Who do I do it for? I've answered. Why do I do it? I feel it is something that I'm responsible for, as you said. I feel that it's one way that it's one thing that gives me a lot of satisfaction and also a way of serving God. The other question is, how does it benefit them? They need it. I believe they need it. It benefits them because they also want satisfaction in whatever they are doing, and I feel that if they do it to their level best, it will benefit them even if they are inner. Does it make me better? It makes me better because it's something I learn. I am able to understand more about the singing and I become better in it.
Wow, great, let's talk about it. I love that. So now I want you to just sit down, just write down, write it, just think about what you do. Now number 1, let me also say this. Actually, you can see it at the beginning. It is very difficult to find your why if you don't know who you are. The first thing that we did, and thank you very much to see, is that he told us to introduce ourselves, isn't it? What did we say? The first thing we said, did you even say why you were? The first thing we said was who you are. Who are you? You identified yourself. get into the assignment, before you get into the purpose, what you do, wherever you are, maybe in the company, wherever you identified yourself. Now, I know we are managers, bank managers, we are trainers like Richie, we are what we we are real estate consultants, we are big people, we are issues, we are very big managers at Britam. We are managers, we are all this, we are students, we are teachers, we are what now? I want you to think of yourself without that title. Who are you? Because you know you are a real estate consultant. What if you leave that company? What will you be? Before you came to that company, what were you? Before you were a student, what were you? If your title right now is a student, what if you finish school? Who will you be? Your identity. That is the first question that you need to answer before we even go to one. Someone can tell us who you are. Without, please, I want you without before you were a mother, before you were a father, before you were any, before you were what you think you are today. Who are you? It's okay, it's alright. It's okay, no pressure. But I want you to think about it. Who am I? You cannot know who you are without knowing who. So you have to go back and who have you made me? God told Jeremiah that I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. The Lord knows you. How does He know you? What did He tell? Now we go back. Let me tell you something. My favorite book is the Bible. Please, if you find me referring to the Bible so much, just understand that's my favorite book, and I read a lot. And even here, I have 2 books which I'll tell you about. Now, my favorite book is the Bible. What did He tell Joshua? Gideon, you strong and mighty. That is what Gideon was, but he did not know. Who does your Maker say you are? First of all. Go back into those. You can go back to your Bible. You can go back to the Word of God. You can pray about it, but first of all, identify who you are. For me, I'm a teacher. I know that. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I help people to know things. I help people to identify their purpose. I help people identify why they're here. I help people identify, their gifts and talents. And I teach. That is, even right now, I am teaching. So I'm a teacher. I know that. Yeah, so the other day, we have spoken about service. Purpose is about service. Purpose is about responsibility. The other thing before I go ahead, this is what I also need you to do. Please, when you go home today, go and sit down with about 3 people who know you very well. 3 people who know you very well. 3 people who believe in you. Maybe it could be your mother, somebody who believes in you, somebody who wishes the best for you. And ask them, please, I want you to analyze me. What do you think are my talents, my gifts, my strengths? Analyze me. Sit down with them, like, very honestly. Analyze me. It's a funny question, but insist. Yeah, I'm serious. Tell me how. I just analyze. What do you think I'm really good at? Because for sure, you may never. There are some gifts that you have, and unless someone else points it to you, it will never occur to you that you're good at something. Some of us are very good in organizing things, organization, but until somebody tells you, you're the organizing secretary because your organizing is the best, you will never know. You will never know. For me, let me tell you, I used to, since I was in class 4, my compositions used to be the best. I used to get like about 35 out of 50 when people are getting 25 and 20. But I would also, my mother, because she was an English teacher, she would also bring me a lot of storybooks to read. When I was in high school, my compositions, my Isha books were the best. If you sit with somebody, they'll tell you you're very good in this, you're very good in this, you're very good in this, you're very good in this. Those people will tell you about 3 of them. So that is, I was speaking about responsibility and yes, and service. Now this is the third thing. Purpose is about obedience. You cannot be in purpose if you're not walking in obedience. An assignment calls for obedience. If there is something that will help you deliver your assignment, is obedience. That is to say, do as I say. This is what you're supposed to do as I say. Purpose calls for obedience. We cannot speak about obedience and rebellion and in the same sentence, in the same breath. It doesn't work. So if you identify something that you're passionate about, let me tell you, you need a lot of obedience. For me, I don't know how, because I started doing these talks. You know, I like using my own story. I started doing these talks around October, November there. I would do it in another January last year, but I was like once, like that. But I started to be consistent from, I think, November, October there, up to now. Because I realized now people started asking me, Sarah, no, when is the next one? No, I'm not doing this time. And then people keep asking, no, Sarah, when is the next one? I missed this one, when is the next one? That is my purpose calling for obedience. You need to do this again and again and again. Your purpose will push you to obedience. Because the one will start expecting things from you. They've already seen that you are of value. When they start seeing your value, they need it more. They start asking for it more. But how they identify it is when you keep being consistent. Wow, we need this one. I miss the other one. Please, kid, you have not come to the school. Like that. Your purpose will push you to obedience. That will be a very key ingredient in your life purpose. For me, when I met Pepe Minam, because the person I met who they became my coach and they really helped me, they really helped me a lot to walk into purpose, to actually get the courage to step into it, was Pepe Minam. You guys will know. He's a great speaker, but he's from Congo. But he's very big here at the time. And this is what he told me. You told me, Sarah, so you said your purpose, you want to inspire change. Because that's what I told me. I want to inspire change. Please walk with me. I would follow you everywhere. But please, if you're going to, you need to breathe down wherever, please let me just come in. And I was there with him and I learned a lot. But I had to be in obedience. I had to obey. This is what he told me. It was very hard. He made me do very hard things. He told me this is what I need to do. I did. How many people are on your phone book? So he told me, I want you to open a WhatsApp group of about 100 people. Add 100 of your friends. You have never done such a thing. Mimi kwa naiko kwa group kwanza natoka haraka sana. Mimi kwa chini. Natoka. Tulikuwa tu kwa ya church. Na sijui maybe kama kuna wenye tunapanda. Alafu hiyo kwa jioni kisha natoka. Mimi sikuwa mtu wa groups. So open a WhatsApp group. And then I want to add 100, just 100. So other persons look out 2,000. 100 will do the 2,000. So he has to use it. Then he told me, I want you every day. So you are a good writer, do that here. I want you to write something inspirational, something that can inspire you. Even if it's just something short. There is equal to dividing number, but something that from you. You know, people can read the Bible for themselves. I want you to write something for yourself, that's something that inspires you. You can connect it to the Bible or what I wrote in the scripture. They can read the scripture themselves. Then we met the following time and said, did you open? Why? Can you open it now? So I did it there. You were having it somewhere. I did it there. I added it. I don't think when I do a first of all, you need to call people. What is the name of the group? And then I started adding. And then Sikujua Kwanza, you were supposed to introduce the word group. Hi guys! That was around 4, because we were having that was around 4, 5 there. And then maybe Sikujua Kwanza, I think around 10 p.m. we get a kulala. We can get a group. I have never been so discouraged in life. Even like my best friends when they do it, but I was the secretary in his wedding. I'm like immediately in support. See, I am in support. For me, I used to think like that. So, and then the following morning, like about 9:00, and then I was asking, what are we doing, Sarah? And then we were like, hey, I just opened this group today to post some nice things about what I'm doing now. I realized my purpose is support. Even after writing that, I realized my purpose. Me, I think people will tell you, wow, amazing. Me, no, on the following morning, sasa nimelala. The following morning now about 6 of them. I don't understand. It was very hard for me. But I obeyed. The thing is that I obeyed. Can I tell you? After that, I mean, today, the people who are leading when I started being consistent, because it was, I was very I would even call to tell him that. So it's okay, Sarah. They will come back. Okay, I feel a bit encouraged. And it was hard. It was very hard. So I started appreciating him. I became a bit compassionate. Yeah, and let me tell you what, until in that position, for me, before I got into sales, nilikuwa nakutana mtu kwa street ananiletea nini, boka. Mbona si kama nataka nitakutia. When I got into sales and marketing, I humbled myself. It happens to you, and my goodness, I would not want this to happen to anyone. So when I meet someone in the street, sometimes I even buy to just because I don't pressure. Yeah, I just buy it for the sake. I'm gonna be just very kindly. Come and say it really helped me a lot. But the thing is that I obeyed. I opened that group. People from that group have called me to go and speak in high schools, in their companies. They have invited me after I won. But I obeyed. I saw the fruits. It helped me in my journey. Then the dedication. We cannot live a life of purpose if we not dedicated to something, to a cause, to a project. Dedication means you have singled out one thing that you want to pursue for a very long time, or for the rest of it. You have already singled out that thing, and you want to expend yourself. You want to expend your time through the service to serve that one cause. Dedication. If you hear people who are, he dedicated his life, you know there are those people when you're reading, he dedicated his life. Look at that life. You'll find purpose. You'll find it affected, it impacted the society so much. He's done impactful things in the society. He dedicated his life. You speak of dedication, you're simply speaking of purpose. Find something you can dedicate your time to. If you dedicate yourself to, you need your time to a cause, that cause will grow. You dedicate yourself to maybe to inspiring people, you find people will grow. You dedicate your time to whatever it is that you do, it will thrive, it will grow. Things thrive where there is dedication, where there is commitment. In fact, you're speaking about commitment. Where there is commitment. What is commitment? I know commitment is commitment, but it just can be in your own words. What is commitment?
Personally, I look at commitment as something that goes beyond interest. For example, let's say that's a chick, I'm interested. But commitment is going and investing my energy, my resources, even as she has said, even when I feel like I shouldn't, because I know what is going to come out of that project or assignment.
That's very wonderful. Let's clap for them. Commitment in one word. What I've said is correct, and what was in your mind, I don't know what it is correct. Commitment in one word is ownership. It is ownership. When you're committed towards something, you do everything possible to protect it. You do everything possible to make it right, to make it good. You will commit yourself, you commit your time. Nothing beats the power of commitment. And that is dedication. And right there is a life of purpose. Right there is a life well lived. Where there is commitment, there is discipline, there is dedication, there is purpose, there is a destiny. And there are life change. You find it's a whole part of the life. Travel to places you'll never. You find a movie playing in, I don't know, I just in Tokyo, wherever, places you'll never go. You are impacting lives in places that you are even not. Your purpose impacts life more than even, it is universal. It cannot be like at Nyako, inspire. Now at your job, your life is, your then job, then maybe church. You are secretary na bado haujamili vizuri because bado unasick God. Come on. No, your purpose is much bigger. It is to serve the world. It is to serve the world. It must reach the world. Starting from where you are, but it must go. So purpose is about dedication.